thinking, what the heck is happening? What is going on? There's not a person alive on the planet who has experienced what we're experiencing now.
Tonight, a live breaking news special edition of 2020.
Never did I ever think that I was going to be on the front lines fighting a war, that this is life and death.
How America is rising up.
I feel like I'm helping to save lives of the people who are saving lives.
And fighting back, racing for a possible treatment.
Do you allow yourself to dream of the first sign that it's working?
Medical heroes on the front lines, risking their own health to save others.
We're losing staff members. Our nurses are sick.
I took on an oath to care for patients.
Oh, I give you all.
Celebrities making music online.
Since we're all talking about staying home, music has the power to heal.
Tonight, it's all hands on deck.
We're going to stay in this until we can defeat it.
America rising, fighting the pandemic. Here's David Muir.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this special Live 2020 America Rising, Fighting the Pandemic. Tonight, here are the stories of the heroes on the front lines, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers, the paramedics, the police, the grocery store workers. 60,000 cases from coast to coast, and this new number just in tonight, more than 3,000 dead. New York City with more than 38,000 cases, 253 deaths reported in just 24 hours. In his state, now soaring 400% since just last week, ordering fines now for people who are not social distancing. So let's get to it tonight. The U.S. Navy hospital ship Comfort has now pulled into port here in New York City with 1,000 beds to help overwhelm. Much more ahead on this special live edition of 2020, the warning from young people infected with the virus. They have recorded their own videos tonight documenting their conditions, and they're sending a message to the American people. They hope you will listen to them describe this virus coming up. And Diane Sawyer reporting tonight inside an experimental procedure that might help save some coronavirus patients using antibodies from those who have already recovered. And we asked tonight, do you have immunity after you have this once? How many of us have had this and were asymptomatic? Dr. Jen Ashton standing by with your questions tonight, and you can send more questions my way on Twitter. Use the hashtag ABC2020. Next tonight here, hospitals from New York to California bracing for an overwhelming surge of patients. In fact, the CDC now reporting so far, almost 40% of those among them worried about how they're going to pay the bills with no paycheck coming. And what we've learned tonight, if you're going online to try to get help with unemployment, we're trying to get answers for you when we come back. Across America, we know millions of workers are out of a job. A record 3.3 million filing for unemployment just last week. Macy's and the Gap furloughing nearly all their workers just today, adding their names to the list. Families now living with no paychecks, some struggling with the unemployment process, wondering if they'll ever return to work. Next tonight here is hospitals around the world and around this country turn their attention to the swell of coronavirus patients. Other major surgeries are often delayed, even transplants planned for weeks. With Americans being told to stay at home until at least April 30th now, keeping yourself and your family entertained may not be so easy. So with their tour dates postponed, many say return. We cannot forget that. Thank you for watching this special edition of 2020. I'm David Muir. We're going to leave you tonight with another image of hope. The U.S. Navy hospital ship Comfort, which pulled into New York Harbor today. So many people capturing the image, the Statue of Liberty behind that ship as it pulled in. I'm David Muir. Good night.